Good morning, everyone. You're welcome. Um, Today is our introduction to CSS, but let me quickly review the assignment I gave to us. Now, this is Derek's assignment. This is Derek's assignment. Now, he sent this, but this picture, he didn't send me this picture. But when I saw his work, this picture appeared, so I don't have this picture, so automatically this address won't work for me at this point in time. So even if I display it, this one will not work. All right, let's quickly go. Um, First and foremost, let me declare that you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know. If you can hear me, let me know now so that we can proceed. All right, okay, no problem. Let's proceed then. All right, so the assignment I was given, the assignments we gave simply says that we should do the following. And the following included us having to use a heading tag, and the person here used the heading tag. Although the boilerplate, I can't find the boilerplate here. The person used the heading tag, then the person equally used the p tag and also used the ordered and unordered list tag. So let's proceed with. Oh, sorry, I think I'm not presenting my screen. Sorry about that. So that means what I'm explaining is not the same. Basically, alright, basically, let me share my screen. So you can see my screen now. Alright, so if you're able to see my screen, just let me know that so that we can proceed from there. Alright, okay. So can you see the VS code I'm showing? Alright, so the person was able to use the ordered list here, then the unordered list, and the key tag, just as we talked about in the assignment. Then the style this person used here is known as internal CSS. We're going to get to that real fast. So, and the person that did this is actually Gary. All right, so that's it on the assignment. So, for today, I was hoping that more persons will submit their assignments so that we can quickly take down correction and probably review the work before we proceed. So, I'm just going to exit this particular window, then we begin working today. All right, let's go. So, for today, we'll be talking about CSS. Uh, I believe we all know what the meaning of CSS already. So this class is just to strengthen what we know already. Now, for CSS, the meaning of CSS is actually cascaded style. We use CSS to actually style our web pages, and it controls the size, the colors, and the layout. When we talk about layout, we are referring to how items will be arranged on our page. How what is it called now? The pictures, the text, where they will be placed, everything. CSS does that for us. And for us to use CSS, we need to also use it with HTML. Now you may be wondering why it is why it is very important. One, because it makes our website beautiful. Now, from the assignment Christopher, from the assignment you submitted, you discover that um, while you displayed your work, it was just plain black and white, right? It was just black and white. Now, such a work may not really be that appealing for persons. You understand? It may not really be that appealing compared to websites like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, what is it called? Um, Even our what is it called? Wikipedia and the rest of that. Go.com, amazing website we have around. Junior website is there. It will not really be that beautiful. You understand? Except except we start applying this stuff to them, the page will remain black and white. And we use it to for our web design jobs. We make website user friendly. So the more beautiful your website, the more appealing your website, the more persons are going to show in every time. Now, the things we can do with CSS are not limited to all these ones, but these are just a few of them. We can use it to change our text color, our background color, our font size. Now, when we talk about our font size, we are referring to how large or how small our characters should appear. Are you understanding? We're referring to how large or how small our characters are going to appear. Are you understanding? Then when we talk about font style, we are looking at the font family now. How do we want the character to appear? Do we want it slant? Do we want it bold? Are you understanding? Then when we talk about text alignment, we are asking ourselves, do we want this text to be aligned left? Do we want it to be aligned right? Or do we want it to be centered? And also, we can even use our CSS to put in spacing, which is one of the foundational things we can do with our CSS. Now, our CSS gives instructions to the browser. Now, most of the things we'll be doing are going to be in the browser. Are you understanding? So as time goes on, you find out that from next year, the things you'll be doing, that's when you discover the difference between Chrome browser, Firefox browser, and what's it called again? Edge browser. Are you understanding? That's when you're going to start spotting some differences. And that's when making your web app or web page responsive is going to come in. So that's why we are taking our time now to actually lay down this foundation, because next year is going to be bumper for bumper. I understand it. So if you don't have a very solid knowledge at this point in time, my God, it may prove a little bit difficult for you to follow up. So that's why I encourage you. Even if it's rubbish you are doing, submit your assignment. Nobody is going to criticize you. Submit your assignment. We're going to make corrections, and once we've made that correction, trust me, that's how to learn. Don't be scared of making mistakes. Are you understanding? Make that mistake, do that rubbish. Don't worry. We're going to work on it and we're going to fix it. Now, it tells the browser what to change, and it follows a simple rule format. Now, when we talk about it follows this simple rule format, we are talking about syntax. Are you understanding? We're referring to syntax. Now, prior to this class, I showed us internal CSS. Okay, Derek is here already. Um, Derek submitted his assignment. He used internal CSS to try to control his image. That the one he did was what's it called, inline CSS. There's another one referred to as internal CSS, but we're not going to waste time on that because industry practice we barely use those ones. Now for industry standard, the best is the external CSS where you create two separate files. You understanding? You create two separate files and you link them. You link one file to the other file. That's linking the CSS to the HTML file at this point in time. Now for your CSS syntax, now this is the selector, this is the property, and this is the value. Now the selector chooses what to style. Now for the assignment I gave you, you had your heading tag. True of us. You had your heading tag, then you had your paragraph tag, then you had your, what is it called, list. order on ordered list or ordered list. You have those ones there. Are you following? So those ones now are the elements inside there. So you can decide to pick which one you want to apply a particular style to. Then the property says what to change. For example, do you want to change the background? Do you want to change the text color? Is it the font size you want to change? Why for the value? For the value is what the actual settings you give to that property. For example, if you're changing your background to background, which is the property, a background color, which is the property. Now you can decide to say that property should have a red or a black or a blue, any color of choice. Now for understanding purpose, I'll create a folder and I'll call that folder CSS testing. I'm going to call this folder CSS testing. Oh, sorry about okay CSS testing. It's here already. Now, there's a video already on our on the courses. Remember, this particular series we are having is tailored for you, not just for everybody that is on YouTube. It's primarily tailored for you. So if you go there, I use Windows to really let me quickly go back and show you. I use Windows to highlight how I use Windows to highlight how we should actually create our folder and arrange them. So let me quickly go back and show you that now. Um, so that you can go there and follow up. All right. So all you just need to do for every assignment I give you, for every new task I give you, if I know that you're going to have any challenge, I'll make that video and I'll drop it for you there so that you're able to pick it up and adjust yourself. Are you following? So you're able to pick up and adjust yourself. Now I have to create this particular one called courses. Once you get to this place, you see it here. I have to click it on that courses, and once you open this courses, you're going to see we have about 3 lessons. We have about 3 lessons. Our network is quite slow. I don't know why. Okay, so this is it here. How to work with folders on VS Code. How to work with folders on VS Code. So you can go there because most of us are using. I think 90% of 99% of PC users, all of us use Windows. So this one is just because this is where I primarily do my job. That's why I'm using Linux for now. Alright, so this is the folder. So all I just need to do, if it's Windows, I would have clicked right click and you see open with code or something like that. But since it's not like that, I will come to this place and open from my VS Code directly. Alright, so I will wait for that to pop up. Let's return back to this place. Don't forget, if you're writing, please jot it down. Selector, property, and value. This is the syntax. This is a coily brace. Don't forget, this is a coily brace, and this is how you should write it when you're writing your code. This is a coily brace, and these are the selectors. Now let's proceed really fast. Why this one is open? Okay. Let me quickly rush and open my folder so you can see where I've gone to. Now, this was the last code I opened. This is Derek assignment. This is the last one. So when I said inline CSS, this is what I was referring to. Inline CSS. So imagine you're writing line CSS for everything here. It's going to be cumbersome. Are you understanding? So that's why we're not even going to attempt this inline CSS or even external CSS. Are you understanding? So we're just going to go straight to external CSS. Sorry, I meant that's why we don't write internal CSS and inline CSS. So we're just going to go straight to external So let me go and put the folder I created just now so you can see how I'm navigating it. Now this is why you understanding how to work on your folder is very important. Else you start struggling. Mm, else you start struggling on how to navigate your work. Okay. Probably running out of CPU. Okay, I'll open the folder. Let's just give it a little time to load up. Then it's gonna probably ask me if I trust that particular source. All I just need to do is for me to say yes, and we are good to go. Okay, you can see now that currently this folder is open, which means I'm now working from this folder. As you can see here, I'm now working from this particular folder. So now that I'm working from this particular folder, all I need to do is to ensure that I have files inside here. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, is to create my file. So this file I want to create usually serves as what is it called? This particular one is to serve as my what we refer to as landing page. How many of us have heard of landing page before or home page? If you are heard of it, unmute your mic and talk to us about it. Have you heard of landing page before? Okay, Derek. Derek, you wanted to say something? Okay, Derek might be still on mute, so probably he's having network issue or something. Now, your landing page or home page is the first page that your web app or website route persons to. For example, if you click on Junior now, that first page that pops up is usually what we refer to as landing page. I don't understand it, or what we refer to as home page. So we usually denote that in our program with the index file. So the index file is the file that normally opens up first. I don't understand it. So that's what you see as home page. Now all I just need to do is bring out my exclamation mark, then I do this, then I have my what is it called, body here. Are you following? I have my body here. So every content that will appear in our web browser must be written in this body tag. Please don't forget that. Why this title tag? This is where we change the title of our page. The title of our page. You normally see it on the title bar. Then I'm just going to say CSS introduction. I'm going to say CSS introduction. I am good to go there now. Now, I'm just going to say H1. I'm just going to say H1 and say hello world. So this is not HTML class. So hello world, it's time for CSS. All right, so now I have my file here. Good. Now I'm going to create another file, and this other file will be my CSS file. So I can call it style.css for us to just do what, proceed with what we'll be doing. Style.css. Immediately we create it, you notice something, that this hash sign pops up here. This hash sign shows us that yes, this is a CSS, this is a style sheet. And what do we have to do next? What do we have to do next? We can come here and fix it. or but for me, I prefer putting it here. I understand that. I prefer doing it here. So once you do it, just come and put it. Then this particular place, it usually comes with style.css by default. But assuming I have dashboard.css, let's assume you are designing for UDA, where customers do their transactions, see their balance and the rest of that. That's their dashboard where they can get quick overview of everything that's going on in their account. Now I can name this place dashboard.css, and I'll come to this place and call it dashboard.css. .css is the extension of the file. .html is the extension of the file telling our program that this is an HTML file, this is a CSS file. Just the same way your computer on your mobile phone tells that a file is an image, a file is an audio, a file is a video using .png or jpg, mp3, mp4. So that's why whenever you click mp4 file, automatically the first app that pops up to open it is your video player. Isn't that so? Your video player pops up to open it. So these extensions are very crucial. Please specify them. All right, so I'll just hover around it, holding my control, then moving my mouse, then hover around it. It has turned blue, telling me that it's actually working. So to test run it, I'll just probably say body and body. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. That's actually my shorthand. That's actually my shorthand form of doing that. So I'll just say body, then I'll proceed. Red. So I'll save because I'm not using auto save. So for persons who are using auto save, fine and good. But for me, I am not using auto save. Then you can decide to install your extension. Just go live where test there, and you'll be good to go. Okay, let me just do that so that we proceed. All right, while my local server is setting up, let's proceed with what we are doing. All right, now this is our CSS file. Now I have linked it with our HTML file. Are you understanding? Our HTML file. Now, once it opens up, you're going to see the huge difference it's going to bring out. Automatically, you can see that the entire page is red already. Are you understanding? Showing that the entire page is red. So that means this one is actually working, even though I know that it's going to work, but it's just a way for us to test run it. Personally, I like using red to test run everything I'm doing. I don't know, probably that's because it's one color that is very obvious to me. All right, let's progress really fast. Now, I'll delete this. I'll delete it. We'll start afresh again. Let's come back to our slide. All right, we say this is a selector. This is a property value. Now, I used that before, but let's proceed and see what else we can do with it. All right, a CSS selector chooses an HTML element. Remember the element I choose just now, the body element. Look at it here. I have to choose the body element here. I have to choose the body element. I selected the body element and I applied my, what's it called, the value to it, which is actually red. Then different selectors exist. We're going to go through the different selectors. Now, the first one we're going to go through is the element selector. The element selector is just you selecting one element using the element name, to style the element. For example, let me say this is a p tag now, for example. So I'll just really say p. Okay, let me just say p tag. So this is a p tag. I have multiple p tags here. Okay, I have multiple p tags here. So I'm going to say first so that we're just going to see the difference. I'm going to say first, Then second, okay, this third actually, third, this fourth, okay. So these are the different p tags I have. I understand them. So if I come to my CSS now, probably the thing I want to style is just the p tag. I want to apply the same stylings to the p tag. If you take a look at it, you're going to see something here. This one has also. All right. So let me quickly save that again. All right. Now you can see that I have four paragraph tags and I've given them first, second, third, and fourth. Now I'll come to this place and I'll say P because the element I want to style is actually P, is a P. This one you're not doing something extra. For example, when I did for the body, I just cut the body. When I did for now I want to try for P, I'll just come to this P and say P. Then immediately after that, don't forget the syntax. You put your curly braces, then you open it. Now I'm going to say color. Now the way we spell color here is C-O-L-O-R, C-O-L-O-R, so that you don't make that mistake. So I'm going to say red. Okay, red again. Don't worry, I'm going to try another color. All right, red. Then I'll save. Then I'll come back to this list. Then you can see that all the p tags have red. Isn't that so? All the p tags here automatically have red. Okay, there's something in my code that is not pleasing. Look at it here, and this is an error. So everything that I want to write as content must be within this body tag. Please do not forget that. All right, so you can see now this is the selector I'm using, which is an element selector P, and this is the property I want to change, and this is the value. So I can even change another property now. I can give it a property of font size, and I can say 20 pixel. Let me not use that shorthand yet. So let's just proceed and do something. Font size 20 pixel. You may be wondering why it looks like my app is suggesting different things for me. You can see that the size here has increased. Now let me go and increase it very well so that it is very obvious. So that is very, very obvious. So let me use 60 and I'll save it really fast. Sorry. Now you can see that the size of these elements have increased. So that's how it works. Are you following? So at any point in time, you're not getting my explanation, you're not understanding what I'm saying, feel free to put up your hand or unmute your mic and quickly ask me your question. Are we on the same track here? Hello, are we on the same track now? All right, okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Yusuf. All right, let's proceed really fast. Okay, now the next one we'll talk about is the element class selector. Now the class selector, okay, sorry, let me quickly show you so that as you're moving, you will see it. All right, this is the class selector. We can use the class selector to select many elements also. But this time, we'll be able to select specific elements. Are you understanding? We're able to select specific elements using the class selector. Now, one huge advantage and disadvantage of the element selector. Yes, who is that? Oh, Emmanuel. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Which one are you using? Try Edit. Yes, we're using VS Code. Which one are you using? Is it Try? All right, it's VS Code. No problem. You're gonna follow up. Don't worry. But the last class you attended the last class. Did you follow up the videos on YouTube? Okay, 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 okay. So please, after this class, everybody just go there, subscribe, and put on your notification. Like I said, the content or the what is it called? The for this particular course we are currently doing is not tailored to everybody. It's basically tailored for you guys alone. I understand it. So that's why we're trying as much as possible to be very basic. So you can always go there and follow up this after every live stream. It's not understood. But you already know how to write your HTML, isn't that so, Emmanuel? Good. So now we are doing our CSS. So don't worry, you'll be able to catch up. You said you create your own folder. There's a video there where I taught you guys how to create a folder. Check. Just create your folder. You can create a folder, right? Okay, create your folder and work from your folder and just follow what we are doing. Is that understood? All right. Exactly. Create both files. All right. Let's go. Now, like I was saying, the huge advantage and the huge disadvantage between the for the element selector is that the element selector select every element that has the element name. For example, when I said p tag, it selected all p tags and applied the settings to it. So for those of us that did for okay, I believe we have persons who are currently doing computer science as a subject. You must have heard of network. I think a hub that just sends everything to everything that to all devices that are connected to it without checking for any MAC address. Now that's what this one does also. It it applies the settings to anything that has p tag. So for example, if I come here now and add another p tag and call it fit, just see. Let me say I add another p tag and I call it fit. Okay, 1 minute. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Emmanuel, I'm waiting for a response. If you can see it, let me know. If you can't see it, also let me know. All right. All right. Okay. No, you can manually type it. So for example now, I have put in the fifth one, this fifth p tag. Now I will save it and I'll go back to my browser. Now note, when I play, I already done what? Applied my CSS, but it's also applied to the fifth tag, to the fifth paragraph tag, which may not be something that we actually want. Now this is where the class selector actually comes in. Now this is how to write the class selector. You put in the class name. You must be the one to define your class name. You put in the class name, then you ensure you add this dot to it. You ensure you add this dot to it, very important. This dot, then you proceed with the regular syntax. Now let me show us how to do that. Now in your HTML, you come to this opening tag. Then let me say this third one, I want to apply color blue to it. So I'll type class. After typing class, then your equal to and your um, quotation mark. Then I'll say blue color, blue color. Are you understanding? Then I'll save it. Then I'll copy this class name and put it in the first one, in this first opening tag here. I'll put it here and I also apply blue color. So that means automatically I have two classes that have what blue color to it. So I have two classes that have blue colors to it. So all I just need to do now is come to this place and call it. Then I'll say dot. This my code editor already knows what I want to do, but I will still type it myself. I'll say blue color, then I'll say curly braces, curly braces, then I'll just say color blue. All right. Now this is my HTML. Mm, do you have a pen and a paper there? So do that with it. H1, then this is it. Then the rest are just fit at first, second, third, fourth, fifth. That's all. Hello world. It's time for CSS. So let me quickly. So you can see it better now. I've zoomed in, so the things are bigger now, so you should be able to see. So let's proceed really fast. So this is the one I've done here. So I'll quickly save it. Then I'll come back to this place. Let me save, sorry. Where are you currently? P tag blue color. Okay. I'll don't worry, I'm gonna copy it and post it for you to see. Okay. But for now, take your pen and paper, just write everything you can see on your screen. Is there any other person that is having self challenge? Is there another person that is having self challenge? Okay. That means the rest of us are all good. Alright, that means for the rest of us, we are all good. Now let's proceed really fast. Now, you can see this particular place here. color blue. So now let me come to this place. You'll notice that the moment I clicked on, I did the color blue and I gave it my property, you can see that the first and the third one have changed to blue. Did you notice that the first and the third one have automatically changed to blue color? Why? Because of this class property, this class attribute I gave to it. I understand it. Because of this class I gave the element I want to style. So this one and this one, they both have the same class name. This is a class name. So all I did was come to this style and called the class, then I styled it here. It's as simple as ABC. So this is it. This is what I did. This is what I did. Then we also have another selector we refer to as ID selector. Now the ID selector, we primarily use hash for that. We use hash for that. Remember, for the class selector, we use dot. Then for this one, we use the hash sign. Look at it here. We use the hash sign, sorry. We use the hash sign, then every other thing is the same. So for the what is it called? ID selector, we use it to style a very unique element. The ID selector does not select multiple elements like the class selector. If you observe the class selector, we're able to use it to actually apply it to multiple elements. For example, this is a class name here. This class, we said blue, we applied blue color. We call this class blue color. In fact, you can call this class anything. The most important thing is you ensuring that, let me even call it yam, so that you know that it's not because we call it blue color, that's why the thing changed to blue. No, let me even call it yam, for example, so that we know, you know that it's not because we said blue color or something. Now i'll I'll just come to this place and I'll change it to yam. I'll change it to yam. Now once I've changed it to yam, you can see that even though I've changed it to yam, the color still remains blue here. Why? Because of the class name that have been applied to it. So this is it here. So I'm not telling you to start naming it anything. What you're using the class for must be related to the word you want to use in naming it. Don't worry about the font size for now. Those things don't matter. You can use your font. I use 60 pixels just to make it bold while explaining. So I'm going to give you guys an assignment. You're going to carry it out, and there I will specify things you're going to use. All right, let's proceed really fast. Then meanwhile, for the ID, this is how to select an ID. I'm going to apply ID to this particular second p tag. I'm just going to say ID. Are you understanding? After saying ID, I'll put my equal to and my, what is it called, quotation marks. Then I'll say ID. Probably I'll say what color should I apply to this. I'll say purple color, for example. Purple color. Okay, I'll say purple class. Let me call it purple class so that I'll say purple class. Then once I've said purple class, remember I can call it any other thing. I understand it. So, but I just like to call it class because I want to apply it to I want to apply color purple to it. So I'll come to this place now. I'll come to this place. Uh, so I'll come to this place. I've called my class, my ID. You can see I've called my ID and I applied purple class to it. My ID, then sorry, not class. My ID, then the name of the ID. Then I applied the color and I called it purple. It's as simple as that. So if I save and I come, you're going to see that this second one here is now color purple. Are you following? This second one here is now color purple. This and this blue, this and this red, and this second one is color purple. So the first and the third p tags I use class. That's why you can see that they do not inherit this red color. Why for this one I'm using purple, using the ID selector. Now let me explain something we refer to as operation precedence for you. Now when it comes to styling like this, it usually runs from top to bottom. It usually runs from top to bottom. Please do not forget that. It usually runs from top to bottom. So anytime you are putting your code and you find out that you are having issues, check your code. Your CSS runs from top to bottom. So for example, if I decide to say I say p tag, which is unnecessary because this one will be a bug, and I'll say color, um sorry, I'll say color black so that to be obvious for us. I'll say color black, for example. Now, if I decide to do it like this, if I decide to do it like this, and I come to my code here, you notice that this place and this place are black. They have black color, isn't that so? Even though I have stated that they should have red color here. What do you think happened? Somebody should answer. Fuhad, what do you think happened? You said? Nope. Nope. Christopher, Christopher, are you there? Okay, probably Christopher is having network issues. What of Temitope Momo? I knew Christopher was having an issue. So Andra, what do you think happened? Now, I said this is a P tag, right? And I said it should have a red color. I said it should have a red color. Then I also came to this place and said P tag black color. When I checked my work here, instead of having the red color, it has black color. So what do you think happened? Christo- okay. Oh, okay. Christopher, you can hear us now. Nice one, Fuad. Christopher, you can hear us now. Okay. All right. Let me just give all the answer to that. I said yes. Number six, yes. Dot yam. You've been following us, right? Yam. YAM. You can see it now. All right. So let me quickly explain to us once more. The way your CSS work is this. Please listen and listen attentively. The code runs from top to bottom. Your CSS code runs from top to bottom. So once the browser wants to implement it, it will implement this one first, then it will implement this one, It will come here and implement this one. It will come here and implement this one. Since this p tag is the last p tag we have, automatically it implemented black. So for example, if I say p again and I say color, color green or something, now watch what happens. You can see they turned green. Why? Because that's the last instruction that was given. That's the last instruction that was given. So you must always check very well. I understand them. So by the time you start saying, so I'm having an error, so I'm having an error, please note, endeavor to check your work so that you will know where the error is coming from. So this is why we are undergoing this class so that we can understand what is actually happening with our code. Then we'll know how to fix it whenever we encounter any error. Is that understood? I'm coming. First and foremost, did you understand what I just explained now? All right. Okay, no problem. Now, please take note. This video will be available immediately after this live stream. So let me go back to my CSS now. This is the CSS here. So these are quite basic for us to understand how things are working. So not just for you to see all the you are copying this class. Normally we don't want it to use actually exceed 1 hour. So we just probably move for now. Don't worry, the video will be available for you to copy from. It's understood. So you have time to spend with the videos and every other thing. So basically that's it. So once I delete it now, and by the way, this this is not something that you practice in real life anyway. But sometimes you may be overwhelmed and just notice that something happened. Now you're having a bug. And you'll be wondering what happened? What happened? Why are you having a bug? Then just know that this is what's actually going on. So you must learn to read up your code so that you can understand what is actually going on. All right, let me go back to the HTML. I have my H1. So if I want to style my H1, what do you think I should type here? What do you think I should type? I'm waiting for response from each and every one of us. I'm waiting for response. So if I have my H1 there, what do you think? How will you I want to apply color red to my H1. What do you think should be the syntax I should apply here? So what do you think I should do to this place? All right, now it's very simple. I'll call the element H1, then I will apply whatever I need to apply to it. It's as simple as that. Then the next video I'll do and draw for us is the extensions that I think will be useful to you at this point of in time. So I'll come to this place and apply color red. I don't know, I just like color red so much. So that's what I'm gonna apply to it. So by the time I come back here, um, if I come back here, I'm expecting to see color red. Yeah, this is it for my H1. So basically that's how everything works. So your questions. Your questions before we call it a wrap? You said? You said what? Which card is what? Which card is what? Fuad, I didn't get your question. Decide that it is for another list. Decide for another list. Was it the one for your assignment? We did not actually do another list today. You said? Okay, it was part of your assignment. Did you attempt the assignment? Did you did your assignment? Okay. Now I'm going to stop presenting. Are you going to present your screen? We don't present, right? So that we'll see your work. Then we'll make adjustments. Then after that, I'm going to take your I'm going to take your question. Yes. After Sandra, then I'm going to take four. You said what? It was 2 p.m. yesterday, not today. I explained to you that you're supposed to snap it and send, or if you're able to push it to GitHub, fine and good. All right, Fuhad, we are waiting for you. Hello, Fuad. Are you still there? Yes, present your screen. Let's see what you're battling with so that we'll make adjustments. All right, so we okay, Fuad, I got you. Okay, I'm coming. Let me double click on your. Um, no, I've stopped sharing my screen because I want to. Okay, you want me to show you my own? All right. Okay. All right. I'll do that now. Just in a minute. Mm, you can see it now. Okay. All right. So if okay, so why is asking if for other persons you can equally ask your question or drop it as a message. I'm gonna say it. Okay, Fuad, I've not seen your work. Oh. So so look at this. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. Andra, I have a question. Okay, so Andra, what's the question? Okay. Now, for you to insert an image is very simple. Let me just show you. Do I have any image here? Let me see. Okay, let me close my presentation application so I can conserve memory. First it. All right, let me. Mm, let me use cover page. Okay, let me use this that we use it in our page. All right, you can see that I've gone to copy my picture. So this is what you should also do. Ensure your picture is inside your is equally inside your what is it called? Um, find your folder, the folder you're working with, you're working from. So I'll just quickly insert my image now. If you are using VS Code, once you type ing, you're going to see it there. Then image, then the source, the name of my picture, I'm going to get it. I think it's desktop environment or something. I don't know. Okay, desktop environment. Yeah. So I'm going to save. Then now I specify something. I say place. Although Derek was Derek played smart using CSS trying to insert it. Then this image, no. Andra, I'm talking to Andra now. I'm talking to Andra. Andra said Andra doesn't know how to fix an image in her assignment. On her assignment, the assignment I gave her. Yes, yes, that will be the name of your picture. Yeah, that will be the name of your picture. Then this was like I said before. Whenever you're designing your animation for only persons that can see, just wait. Let me attend to Andra first. Wait, let me attend to Andra. Now, Andra, once this is how to insert an image into your work. Now, this is where you put in the name of the picture after copying it to your folder that you're working from. You can see that the picture is here already. So I just called it inside here. Now, after doing that, this this ALT alternative text, ensure that you write something there. So for you that is using the hero, what for example, if your hero is Lionel Messi, you can put it and say a photo of Lionel Lionel Andreas Messi. You understand? Then I'm going to show you why it is important. Now, if I come to my browser to show my work, you're going to see it here. This is the picture I have. This is the picture I have. This is the picture I have here correctly. Now you can see. No, it doesn't use this. Everything runs on your machine locally. Okay. So after that, now listen. Huh? Wait. Let me attend to Andrea. I'm coming. Andrea, what's it? No. I put it. Look at it here. I copied my picture and I put it inside my folder. Look at it. Look at my folder here. You can see it here, right? So I went to copy it and I transferred it into this folder. Are you following? Then after transferring it into this folder, I open my VS Code, opening the folder now. Then it's here already. So I just called the name here. So one important reason why I ask you to always put this alternative text is so that if this link is broken, for example, instead of E, the E there is missing, automatically this image I expect it to disappear. You can see that the image is no longer here. But you can see that this alternative text I placed here, right? You can see that it is here. So even if the link is broken, somebody can also say, oh, a picture of Lionel Messi is actually supposed to be displayed here. And those applications that read text blind persons will read this out to the blind person. That's why a blind person can know the picture they're interacting with, the section of application they are also interacting with. So basically that's it. So this is how to insert image. So I expect you to be able to do that now. So Emma, what was the question? All right, Andra, you're welcome. You said? No, no, no. The homework I gave you was for you to the picture of your hero, right? The picture of your hero. So that's just it. So this one is just to demonstrate something to Andra. So that's it. All right. So basically, this is what you're doing. Now, my assignment for today. You see the assignment I gave you before. Expect you to do. I expect you to do the things I expect you to do now. One, I expect you to use the things that we've learned today on styling. I expect you to style your paragraph, style your heading, and also style your ordered link, ordered list, and unordered list. So basically, style your work, apply color to them, then increase their font, the font size. Look at it here. So increase their font size, make it beautiful. I understand. Make it beautiful. Then for your heading, you can say you can adjust your head and put it in the center. So that's it. So this is it here. We're having red. Okay, that's disappeared. My wanted to go and check. All right, you can see now that this my heading has gone to the center. You can see that, right? Good. So so which you want to copy? Do your own. I understand it. I want you to do your own. Okay, let me use Derek's work as an example. Uh, no problem, no problem. Now let me open Derek's work for you to see something. Mm, okay. All right, this is Derek's assignment. Now what I'm saying is, you see this H1? Hmm? You see this H1? You your own. You'll be the one to go and style it. Are you following? You'll be the one to style everything that you have here. So by the time you are submitting your assignment, I want to see these things. This your heading. For example, your heading, the name of my hero is Ngozi. It should be red or red. Then the P tag, give it a specific color. Then start this other one. Then this H1, you push it and let it be in the what is it called? When it appears, let it appear like this in the middle of your document. Are you following? Let it appear like this in the middle of your document. So basically that's it. Then just style, use your color and apply class. I told you how to apply class. Name, put class name, then also put ID. Use everything that we've done today to style every all the work you have here. Use ID, use class, then use your element selector for that. So that's all I want to see. Is that understood? All right. So Now this video will be available for us. This video will be available for us. So let me show you. So you can always come to this place. You can always come to this place to check it up. We always have all of them there. Now, for example, yesterday I promised us that I'm going to make sure that the video I promised us in class, and I said how to interact with your desktop and create your folder and work with your folder from your VS Code to ensure that your work is organized, because some of the things we were doing the last time, it wasn't really pleasing. And when I asked us, where's your work, I always get feedback like, it's inside VS Code. VS Code is not just a location. It's not a location on your computer. All right, so whenever you get here, come to these courses. Now, this courses is tailored for you guys.